Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm so excited to be sharing with you this tutorial that I created with the ColourPop and KathleenLights Dream Street palette. I finally got my order in the mail a couple of days ago and I could not wait to sit down and film this video. When she first did her launch video about all the colors in the palette, I definitely just envisioned this blue halo eye using all of the metallic shades in this palette, so that is exactly what I did. I used 6 out of the 12 shadows, so I do have a good feel for what I like or dislike about this. And if you would like to see my thoughts about the palette formula and shade selection and stuff like that, be sure to stay tuned till the end of the video. I sort of briefly go over my thoughts about it. I also used her Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Moonchild today. I do have the other 2 shades from her collection, so if you would like to see those used in the tutorial, be sure to let me know. I love Kathleen and I love her channel, so I'm so excited to be able to support her with her, I believe, 4th or 5th collaboration with ColourPop. ColourPop is such an affordable brand and they have really good quality products, so I'm so excited that this whole collection retails for $34, which you get 12 eyeshadows and 3 lip products, so I think that is a great deal. If you would like to see the tutorial on this look using the KathleenLights and ColourPop Dream Street collection, then just keep watching. So I do have my brows done and my eyes are primed and set already. And as I mentioned, I'm using the KathleenLights and ColourPop Dream Street palette. This is what it looks like. It is gorgeous marble packaging. And the colors inside, of course, are so beautiful. And I'm going to be doing sort of a blue look today. So what I'm first going to do is dip into this shade Magical. And I'm going to take this and run this through my transition area and upper crease. Next, I'm going to take this more neutral shade, which is called Shooting Star, and I'm going to take this into the crease as well, just to sort of deepen it up a little bit. Since we are doing a sort of halo eye, you really want to make sure that you get into that inner corner to blend things out. Now that I have a pretty good layer of that, I'm going to take a smaller brush, something sort of like this that's a little bit smaller and more tapered and precise, and I'm going to dip into the shade Water Bearer. That is just this gorgeous teal color right here, and I'm going to start carving out the crease and the outer and inner corners with this. You almost want to put this shadow a little bit below your crease at first, just to make sure that you don't blend too high, which will really cause some messiness and it can look a little muddy. So start lower and then you can always blend up. And I'm just going to blend that out with the same blending brush that we used originally. Next, I'm going to take the shade Mermaid Boy, and I'm going to essentially do the same thing. And what I want to do in the end is take Mermaid Boy, and then at the very center, take Kaleidoscope. And my idea is I will have the deep matte teal on the outer corners, and then I will go into Mermaid Boy and then finally Kaleidoscope. So I'm just going to take this Mermaid Boy shade right here, and I'm going to place this on the outer and inner corners, but a little bit more towards the center. And finally, I'm just going to take that same brush that I used for Mermaid Boy and flip it over to the clean side to go into Kaleidoscope. This is sort of a silvery blue type of duochrome, and I'm going to pack this right on the very center of my lid. I am just going to try to wet this shadow just to make it really metallic. So I'm going to dip into the shadow first just because I don't want to spray directly onto the brush just in case when I dip my brush in it changes the formula of these shadows. So I'm going to spray it onto my brush and just give it a couple sprays of any setting spray or even eye drops in a spray bottle, water in a spray bottle, anything just to sort of give it some moisture. And I'm going to try to repack that onto the lid. And as you can see, that just made it very metallic and sort of foiled looking. Just to ensure that everything is really blended and a seamless ombre, I'm going to take the brush and dip into Mermaid Boy once again, just to sort of blend the two edges together. So I am going to do a little wing and then I'm going to put on some mascara and some lashes, and I will be back to finish up my lower lash line. So for the bottom lash line, I'm just going to keep it very simple, and I'm going to take the palette, dip into the shade Shooting Star, which is this lighter brown transition shade that we used earlier. And I'm just going to run that along my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take an angled brush and dip into the shade Mermaid Boy, which is the more metallic deep teal shade. And I'm going to take this on the outer and inner corners and leave the center bare. Then I'm going to take that same brush, dip into the shade Kaleidoscope, which is the more silver blue. And I'm going to pack that right in the center of my lower lash line. Now to finish off the look, I am going to go in with Mooney, which is this sort of satin shade right here. And I'm going to highlight my brow bone with that. Now to finish off this look, I am going to apply a lip color, and I did get all three of the lip products from her collection. I do think that for today, since I did do such a bold eye look, I'm going to go with the Ultra Glossy Lip, and this is in the shade Moonchild. It is just a gorgeous nude shade with a little bit of gold reflect in it. So what I'm first going to do is line my lips, and I'm going to use the NYX Slide On, Glide On, and Stay On lip liner in the shade Nude Suede Shoes. This is a gorgeous lip color. It's almost like the same shade as your natural lips. And now I'm going to go in with the Moonchild lip gloss, and that will complete this look. Okay guys, so that wraps up this look using the Kathleen and ColourPop Dream Street palette. My thoughts overall about this palette: so far I used 6 out of the 12 shades, so I did use half, and I think that I have a pretty good feeling about the palette overall. So far I really like it. I do think that this Kaleidoscope shade should be used wet just because it is a bit softer than the other shades, and it's almost like the Super Shock formula where it's kind of creamy but also molds very well. So this one, if you do dip your brush into it a little too hard, it will kind of smear the product around in a way. But overall, I think that they are all great shadows so far. They had no problem blending. The dark blue shade did take a little bit more time, but that is only natural considering that it is such a pigmented and deep shade. I love the way that this look came out. It is so unique for me, and I really just love the colors. I also cannot wait to use some of these more pink shadows and like these two over here and some of the more neutral shades on an everyday basis. I think that this is going to be one of my really just go-to palettes for every single day. And as for the lip color, I've never tried the Ultra Glossy Lip Formula or the Ultra Satin actually from ColourPop, but overall this gloss feels very smooth and creamy, It does not feel tacky at all, which I love. It is more of a cream formula almost. So I really like this so far. I think that the color is gorgeous. Of course, I do have a lip liner underneath, but the lip liner is about the same shade as my lips, so I think that just on its own it will give a great glossy look. So yeah, that completes this review. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I do believe that everything is restocked on ColourPop's website from this collection, so definitely check it out if it is something that you are interested in and maybe you're not quite sure yet. I would highly recommend it. I love Kathleen. I love her channel. I have been watching her for years. So that wraps up this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it and are maybe considering buying this collection. If you do, be sure to let me know. I would love to see some of your recreations of looks and what you do with this palette. If you like this video or would like to see more of these tutorials with this palette or collection, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.